and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And for Milwaukee, so Tim, many have speculated that being an NBA coach is one of the most thankless jobs in all of professional sports. Do you agree with that?
Well, Kevin, it certainly can be. There's an awful lot of pressure that comes with those coveted positions. There's not a lot of job security. And, of course, there's always the difficulty in dealing with star players. But when you win, I don't know there's a better job in professional sports.
And when there's winning, there's always coaching probably at the core. Am I correct on that?
There is no doubt there has to be cohesion between a coaching staff and that roster if you want to win at the highest level.
Knocks down the three ball.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
The 11-footer. Atlanta with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
So it's the Bucks now after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Porter. Good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Taylor. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here is Porter. Here's Valentine. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all three levels.
Another three for Atlanta.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. No doubt that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis is still a unicorn for what he can bring to a team. When Atlanta pulled the trigger to bring him in, they envisioned him stretching the floor, and Porzingis has opened up about recovering from the illness that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. Guys, the Hawks are hoping he can be the player that helps get them back into the postseason. Their entire 2025-26 regular season hinges on KP.
He is a big factor. All right, Johns, thanks for the update. Atlanta leading by 9. Outside, Taylor. Three-pointer. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Jackson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Will it go? Rejected by Taylor. Jacks up a three, and he's good on the three ball. Taylor's got 8 points.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. The two-way star Kawhi Leonard was at the top of the coach's mind. He told me we've seen Kawhi win those finals MVPs because at his best, he is as good as anyone in the world. Leonard doesn't just score it, he can also shut down your best wing. It's really tough facing him. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Milwaukee with the ball. Down by 15. Porter with the steal. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Five on the clock. In the corner, Valentine with it. No good on the three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Outside, Taylor. Misses the three. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. To the paint. It's stolen. Fast break, the Hawks. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The Hawks second.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
The Bucks working the ball around. A shot by Valentine, no good. The Hawks leading by 17. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Down low, here's Andrade. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 5.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's tipped. Fast break. Here we go for the finish. And Taylor with the stuff.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
6 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Drives to the hoop, and he jams it with authority.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Substitution on the court.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Porter. It's blocked. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And that one drops. Taylor's got 12 in the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
One second left. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
And for the Hawks, the shot's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now here is Smith. Still yet to score. Got a hand on it. Rob. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Right block shot. Again, the Hawks good for two.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Porter looking it over. From deep. Smith missing again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Good work there as it goes. 8 points for him.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Making a change here. And let's go now to the rookie watch. For the past month, these have been the most productive NBA rookie scores. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand, you need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite. And the shot is long.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The Bucks working the ball around. On the wing, Porter. His last outing, 16 points for him. Shot clock at 3, and it's blocked. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Technology is key for NBA growth. Commissioner Silver said we can now see where we lose viewers. For example, stoppages for replays. One way around that is creating technology that can instantaneously make objective calls like out of bounds, and in doing so, create a better pace to the game. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here is Porter after the basket by Atlanta. Inside to stop the drought. The shot by Valentine, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Atlanta's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Guarded by Porter. From downtown, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So both teams making some changes here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Hawks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his third before the half ends.
Number 80.
And Valentine now top of the key. Shot to stop the run.
Jackson. First personal foul.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Hawks have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch. And that is his third foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
Third team foul. Atlanta substitution. Number 12. Number 12.
To the inside, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by the Hawks.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the half.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Rebounded by the Hawks. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. .44 seconds left in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Bucks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better.
Number 12. Second person.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for the Bucks. Number 23. Two shots.
First one falls for him. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
From past the arc, and the Hawks with another three.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
And so it's Atlanta, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie, because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Bucks.
Number one goal in the offseason.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Outside, Porter, pocket 6. Rebound, Atlanta.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And for Atlanta, good on the three-point shot.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And for Milwaukee, Jackson setting the pick here for Porter. It's tipped.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Cortez. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Over to the left wing. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Taylor's checked in for the Hawks.
Number 1, Taylor.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Just 3 to shoot from deep three-point territory. The shot will not fall.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Well, I've seen some crazy things, and that is right up there. Well, it's still a good start to the half. They had to miss sometime.
And a wide-open look for Porter. Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got his third basket of the night right there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the middle, here's Cortez, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
And he banks in the layup. He's got 9.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Here's Atlanta. They're on an 11-3 run. Valentine grabs the board.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
On the wing, Porter sinks the triple. Porter's got 10.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Rejected by Taylor.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, John Collins grew up playing soccer goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that you can catch and finish." Back to you.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Just 5 on the clock. Count that one.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Porter. There's the steal. 13 feet away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Saturday, it'll be the Golden State Warriors coming into town. And then on Wednesday, the Los Angeles Clippers will come into town.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Both good from the line that time. The Hawks have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. 1:03 left to play in the third. It's good from long range.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
They set the screen. Fires top of the key. And that one drops for him. 7 points in the game. So it's the Hawks now. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Cortez covered by Nance. Cortez.
Oh! Unreal. He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so in the game for the Hawks, good on the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Knocked loose. Driving the...
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Again, the Hawks score. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Atlanta.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, you can also throw in what a great job they've done defensively, blocking and altering shots and just playing with a committed effort defensively.
And the Hawks with the possession. They've got a 10-0 run going. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Takes a shot at the elbow, and again, it's Atlanta.
He's found his rhythm here in the second half. Let's see if they keep calling his number.
Jackson with the screen. Pass to Valentine. Here's the three. Rebound by the Hawks. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Cortez. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
Pass to Valentine. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Down low. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Bucks have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Six on the shot clock. Jackson up top. High post try. No good on that one. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin. Believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Hawks.
For the 3, another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Right wing. It's deflected. 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Milwaukee with it. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. It's up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thank you. Kawhi, you guys really turned it on down the stretch. What was the difference late in the game?
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up.